I can hear you. Check 1, 2. Cool.
All right, you got me?
Now I do.
Got you loud and clear.
Ammeter. Okay. Next page. Brakes, hold. Fuel pump off. It is off. Oh, start flooded. Is this a procedure for if the engine's flooded? This is not relevant. Alright, before taxi lights is required. We don't really require anything except for, because it's commercial, we need landing.
For takeoff and landing, we use our landing light.
Oh, okay.
We just need our anti-collision light on.
Okay, altimeter set. So, oh, I learned about this. I know it's 1360, but if you tell me the pressure, I should set it for that with the Colesman window.
Yeah, here we do not have automated weather, so we just set it to 1360.
Okay, that's right here. But now I know the pressure is 2998.
Yep.
Radius and clearance, we're uncontrolled. Transponder, alt. Oh,
yep,
is this supposed to be on standby until right now?
Leave it on the ALT and 1200.
Transfer code. You don't need heater defrost. Fuel selector, they want me to switch tanks right now?
Leave the same tank on.
Okay. Why does it say switch tanks?
They're saying starting up, switching tanks, and then they're going to want you to go down, do the run up, and switch tanks.
Oh, okay.
Let's just do the taxi, run up, and then switch tanks.
Okay.
So here.
Oh, what's that?
Our navigation, this is our GPS. We want to make sure that it's this needle, left CDI, half left, or lateral CDI, half left, flag out of view, vertical CDI, half up, flag is out of view. We have a 2 flag.
What's a 2 flag?
So this would mean that we're going to a station or from a station. So 2, 135, 135, okay.
What's 135, 135?
So it's saying set it to 135 as a test.
Oh.
Set it to 135, it's 135.
So if you have an airport in mind, you configure this to right degrees, and then it takes the radio signal and calculates where you need to go?
So it's going to tune into a VOR.
Right.
So it'll bring us to the VOR if we tune it into a radial. If we want to intercept a specific radial, we can set it to that. That's something we'll go into at a later date.
Okay. Parking brake looks released. Brakes
So
check.
verify. If it looks it, verify. So if it's all the way down, in.
How do we check brakes?
So we'll go my controls.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go clear left, center, right. How my brakes work. So your controls.
Okay. Steering check.
We're going to have a exchange of controls. I'm going to say your controls, you're going to say my controls, I'm going to say your controls, and then I'm going to give you the controls. So your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
Okay. Steering check. Do I increase throttle and then try to steer?
So go forward and turn to the left. Okay, pull back some throttle. Okay, go my controls. My controls. I'll taxi us over to the run up area. So while I'm turning and taxiing, I want you to look at those gyroscopic instruments. I want you to see that the turn coordinator is showing a turn, the ball is slipping, our heading indicator is turning, and so is our compass.
Is there a third one? Oh, this one, attitude indicator. Okay.
So let's look at the turning ones.
Okay.
So run up, we're going to come up here. We want to make sure that we're facing away from all other aircraft, people, buildings. We don't want what we call our prop wash. Blowing up anything, debris, something like that, and damaging.
Alright, so parking brake set, but we're not going to. I'm pressing them with my feet. Seat secured in track. Yes. Seatbelts, harnesses on. Flight controls checked. Avionics set. What does that mean by?
So we're looking at this 122.8. We're on the correct frequency. If we're going to another airport now, this would be a good time to put in the frequency that we're going to change to. It'll also be a good time to put in our flight plan. If we're going to go to another airport, it's just making sure that we have our frequencies in, we have it in COM1, COM2, our flight plan, all that stuff. This is where you do that.
Are these connected to this?
So these are two separate. So this is COM1, NAV1, this is COM2, NAV2.
Oh. You have two navs. Oh, VLOC, that's the VOR frequency?
Yep.
And that's the airport frequency?
Yep.
So what's 1228?
It's a common frequency.
All GA?
It's uncontrolled. Most uncontrolled airports will be on a Unicom,
Oh,
and
okay,
most of
that's
them,
right.
they're either 122.8 or 122.7.
So if we see a plane, we can try to speak to them.
Yeah, you'll hear when we go flying, possibly, if anybody else is out. There's like 15 different airports on this frequency.
Pitch, mixture. Oh, so before when I lean to max RPM was just to make sure this is working.
It's just getting better performance when we're on the ground. Now we're going to do a run-up check, so we want mixture full range.
Model 2000. Magnetos.
So go one to the left.
I'm looking for this? No.
No, RPM.
RPM, I always confuse that one. Okay, 100 down. Back up. To the left, down. Back up.
Okay.
Vacuum, 5 inches of mercury. The lower the number, the greater the pressure, right?
Higher. We need at least 5.
Oh, at least 5, okay. Carburetor heat check. We want that off.
Yeah, so you put it on, we show a drop, put it back on.
Oh, I see. Oil temp and pressure. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature is good. Engine instruments. Well, we checked these 3. I saw you just check that one. That says 0. That says 1360. That says 0. All right. Annunciator panel. Check. Ammeter check with load. So I'm going to put on a bunch of lights.
Put on pitot heat.
Okay.
And it's still working. We're showing a load. Oh.
Okay. Pitot heat. Throttle 800. Circuit breakers. Is it really obvious when they're out?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about all this. For takeoff, pitch trim to takeoff.
So you want that white line.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Butter trim set. That's that thing, right?
Yeah, we don't
touch
use
it.
that though.
Flight instruments, avionics verify.
So flight instruments, we go, these are all our flight instruments. We go airspeed showing 0, attitude indicator level with horizon, altimeter set to field elevation, vertical speed showing 0, hang indicator lined up with compass, so we want to make sure that's lined up. Just on the other side, right about there. Turn coordinator, wings level, ball is centered.
Okay. Avionics verify.
So we're on 122.8.
Okay. Is 1116 anything or is just on?
That's a VOR somewhere probably.
Okay. Takeoff and departure briefed. Emergencies briefed?
So we're gonna do a short field takeoff on runway 36. Emergency, if we have an engine failure on the runway, we're gonna cut power, stop the airplane, abort the takeoff. If we have an engine failure after takeoff, if we're below 1,000 feet, we're gonna just fly forward, find the best place to land. If we're above 1,000 feet, we'll turn around and try to land back on the runway.
Okay. When you say 1,000 feet, you mean AGL?
Yeah.
Is 2360. Flaps, normal. Oh, short field, 25 degrees. Is that full?
So it's 2 notches of flaps.
There's 3 total?
It's
It.
put 2 in.
1, 2.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's 25 degrees. So what's that, 30? 35?
Full is 40.
40, okay. Fuel pump on. Selector fullest, we're on left. Switching it or no?
We can leave it on.
Okay. Carb heat off. Static source, normal. How do we check if it's normal? If this is just it is. Mixture rich. Check it again, we're good. Windows and doors. I have to close this?
Yeah, before takeoff. You can close that one now. It doesn't really do much. I'll close my door when we are about to depart.
Okay. Lights as required, we did that. I'll double
Turn on
check.
the landing light.
Heat is off, on, okay.
Landing light on.
Oh, sorry. Exactly what I'm supposed to do. Note the time. Where's the clock in here? Use your phone.
There's a clock there. I use my iPad.
5. Parking brake release, it is. Transponder on, alt. Throttle, full forward. Oh.
No, this is the take.
I was like, what?
So we'll taxi up to the hold short line, so clear left, center, right.
Okay. Can I try it at steer?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Clear left, center, right. Full deflection for a turn like that?
I wouldn't say full deflection. So I want to show you something right here.
Yeah.
This is what I've been showing everybody because I've been seeing it a lot. So where does that center line look like it is?
Yeah, I remember it's on my, like, up to my left shoulder.
That's where it looks like you're almost sitting right on top of it.
Yeah.
This is center line.
Right.
So keep that in
Okay.
your controls.
My control.
Your controls.
Fast? Feels a little fast.
Yeah. So you can reduce that power and just let it roll,
Right.
especially since we're going downhill now. We want to try to keep this around 10 ground speed normally.
Where are you seeing that?
Right here.
Fast.
A little, yeah.
Did I try to steer with the... Down.
Yep. So just keep it right here.
This is all downhill.
Yep.
Gravity.
Hold short right here. Idle at 800. Cherry Ridge traffic, Warrior 28 Tango Lima is back taxiing runway 36 for departure, Cherry Ridge.
Line here.
Okay, and no one talked back to us, so let's go forward. Go ahead. Same thing here, clear left, center, right. We always want to make sure we're clearing for traffic. And then, especially when we're getting onto a runway, we want to clear, again, left, center, right. Right as in we're clearing final, making sure no one is coming.
That's right at that line where we meet the runway? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so like right now, before we enter the runway, you should be looking down final. You can slow down, check, clear left, center, right, we're all good. So
Okay.
now back taxi. I'll show you this one. So my controls?
Your control?
My controls. Clear left, center, right, no one is on final. This is called back taxiing. We're going backwards on the runway, right?
What's this area called again?
So at Cherry Ridge, we have a displaced threshold.
That's right.
So we can take off in this area, but we can't land here. So again, short field takeoff, we want to use all available runway. We want to come down here to the end. We want to pull around and line ourselves up with center line.
Thing's still blinking?
Yes. So again, this is center line. So go your controls, your controls. So we're going to go full power, hold brakes, full power. Check engine instruments. So we check oil temperature, fuel pressure, oil pressure. Everything is in the green, release the brakes. Put the checklist down, put your hand on the yoke. Just one, keep the other hand on the throttle. Make sure it stays up. We're looking at that airspeed indicator, and as soon as the needle starts moving, we say airspeed alive. So airspeed is alive.
Airspeed is alive.
And then once we get to 65, we're going to rotate.
All right.
So there's
And
65,
rotate.
so rotate. And now we climb out at 76. So keep your eye on that airspeed indicator. Don't let it go below 76.
One hand only?
One hand only. You want to pull up a lot, stop pulling up.
Okay.
You're going to make us go too slow. Watch that airspeed. So we're clear of the trees so you can take 1 notch of flaps out.
Not releasing. There we go.
You have to pull up, push the button in, and then down. And now that the plane has adjusted, take the last notch out. We'll go my controls.
Your control.
My controls. Ridge traffic, Warrior 28 taking Lima is going to be a departure to the west, Terror Ridge.
Sullivan traffic, Bonanza crosswind 33, southbound departure, Sullivan.
Is that a Boca?
Sullivan County. Okay, we'll go your controls.
My control.
Your controls. I want you to keep one hand on the throttle.
Okay. Where do you hold it? Here or here?
Normally hold it like this. You can hold it like that. You just want to make sure that it stays up. It doesn't fall back. We want full power.
That's my aim. I'm trying to gain altitude.
I want you to climb to 3,500 at 86 knots, and I want you to hold that heading, which is 220.
Got it. Went a little fast. You gotta pitch up, yeah?
Yep. So we use pitch for airspeed. Power for altitude, pitch for airspeed. We'll climb to 4,500, so keep that climb coming.
Alrighty. It looks like I need a little right rudder, is that correct?
Yep. So you always just want to step on the ball.
Seems like the attitude I need to maintain that airspeed changes.
It will. A lot of outside factors that play a role in what we're doing. So as we climb, we can start to lean it out just a little bit. So we're not going to cruise climb yet, but as we go, we just want to bring it back a little bit each time.
You're
looking there while you're doing that?
What's that?
You're looking at the tach while you're doing that?
Yeah, you don't want to see a drop in RPMs, you know what I mean?
I just can't picture how I could be trying to keep all this going and do that and look here at the same time.
It's multitasking and building a sight picture.
Eventually you get a feel for the plane too.
Yeah.
I don't have that at all yet.
It's just something that comes over time.
Makes sense. Alright, so we're almost at 4,000.
Yep.
I start to level. Oh, well, I'm going to be going too fast.
So 4,500 feet. So we're 600 feet below the altitude
Okay,
right
I thought
now.
you said 4,000. But when I start to level out, do I reduce airspeed or do I increase airspeed level and then reduce throttle?
So as we approach, our chosen altitude, we're going to start shallowing out our pitch angle. Then we're going to level out on our altitude and reduce power.
Radio traffic, Skydiver 1 minute, Skydiver over the field.
What's our cruise speed?
We're going to put our RPMs to 55 to 75% power for cruise, so at about 2,300 RPMs is where we're going to set our cruise speed.
All right, here we go. Here's Bob.
So keep that nose down, reduce power.
South Jersey connection, 30 left speed. Southern traffic, Cessna 94247 departing to the southwest.
Oh, we were still gaining.
So let me show you. My controls.
Your control.
My controls. So we use power for altitude, right? And pitch for airspeed. So if I want to lose altitude, I have to reduce power.
Right.
So I pull that power back, I put my pitch down, and now we're descending.
At 1,800 RPM.
Okay, and then now that we get here, we can use our trim. So either forward or nose high or nose down trim to keep us there. We don't want to be working on it the whole time. We want the plane to kind of try to fly level by itself.
Right.
So if you let go of the yoke right now, what does it want to do?
It's going
wants
down.
to descend. Put a little nose up in there.
I think.
Traffic, helicopter left. Blue County traffic, Archer, 6 miles south of Buffalo, left down.
Star 65 west.
So now we'll do our cruise checklist. So flip the page till you see cruise checklist.
For traffic use caution,
Cruise.
you got 5 jumpers out of
Okay, flaps up. Check. Fuel pump off. Throttle 5575. Lean as desired. Did you do that already?
Excuse me?
Lean mixture as desired. Have you already done that?
I have not.
All right. Can I?
Sure can.
Multiple canopies over the field, use caution, do not overfly.
See it going up or down?
I see it going
Now
down.
it's going down, yeah. All right, I think that's good. Trim set, which you just did. Lights as required. Landing light off. Fuel balance. Hasn't been 30 minutes.
Yes, it has.
Oh, wow.
Oh, close enough to it. So change.
Fuel pump on? Or is there a checklist for that?
So fuel pump on. Change to the right tank.
Now off.
Yep. And then look at that fuel pressure. So turn off, and we still have fuel pressure. So no, we're good.
All right.
Okay. So your controls.
I control.
Your controls. Now just fly 12 or 130 and try to maintain altitude and heading.
Alrighty.
Plane W traffic, Christian Eagle, left downwind runway 1959. South Jersey Regional Time Star 6 right downwind 26 South Jersey.
Now give me a turn to 240.
Maintaining altitude?
Maintaining altitude.
Brigade traffic, you got 2 182s coming up on the quarry, one's at 2500, Brigade.
Okay, now start slowly rolling out.
For the Banner Pick 24 Lakewood.
Pretty close.
Most. Oh my god, there's so much to think about. Alright. 240, but I'm descending barely. A little bit. So the cowling is a little bit above the horizon. at level flight. I like almost, I don't know, it bumps up and down so much, hard for me to tell.
Yeah.
Trying to get like a feel, but I bouncing around.
It turned to the left, 210.
Right? Are you more likely to need right rudder on a right turn than left rudder on a left turn? Because of the turning tendency?
Yeah, most of the time in a plane you're going to need right rudder more often than left rudder.
Gotcha, I'll try to get in a little further there.
Our left turn, 170.
Oh. The heading indicator on a delay?
Maybe a little. Most of the time, no, I would say.
Lakewood traffic, yellow cup, left base, banner pick 24.
I'm going up. The attitude indicator looks like we're going down.
Traffic, Cessna 1376 Quebec is around several miles southeast, inbound landing at Bloomberg.
Okay. Why don't you give me left 360 while holding altitude?
Alrighty. Standard rate?
Yep.
Traffic is crossed right now.
That's 60 seconds, right?
Over the field, 13,000
Or 2
feet below.
minutes.
2 minutes would be a standard rate turn to the left.
Is that at 175? Is that where I'm ending?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lakewood traffic, yellow cup, turning base for the banner pick 24, Lakewood.
Started going up, is that like wind?
What's that?
I feel like we started going up, now we're going down. I was like wind or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
Now we're descending.
there's some moderate turbulence out here.
Is that what that is?
Might be hitting thermals, different pockets of pressure.
Ah.
Gusts of wind. Really any and all.
My roommate in college tried to tell me that motorcycling was the second hardest thing to operate next to helicopter and that a plane's not that hard. Now I know for a fact that that is incorrect. Alright, I overshot a hair and I lost a little bit of altitude. 50 feet, I think.
Not bad.
Now I gotta go back. Oh, right rudder. What the hell? Oh, that turbulence?
Yep.
Nice. Nice if you could see it before it happens.
Right?
Left rudder?
So we step on the
Oh,
ball.
Jesus.
Yep.
I always do that.
So every time you see it, just imagine stepping on it.
In my head, I have to relieve the pressure on the side that's too long by pulling it with my foot to the left. Totally backwards in my head.
Yep, so
I'll get it.
just step on it. That's all you gotta think of.
For traffic,
Okay, why don't you give me a right 360 once you get back on altitude and heading.
Traffic is caution.
Okay, back on
field right now.
altitude.
Skydiving in progress over crossfield.
Nose
15,000
down.
feet and below. If you are in the area, do not overfly crossfield.
Alrighty. Still off heading and... Oh, hello.
Pillsbury traffic, Cessna 1376, Quebec is 4 miles. East
Control pressures change at different altitudes and temperatures and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to...
Alright, go ahead.
Constantly trying to figure out what the situation is.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
it's a constant adjustment.
Right, altitude is good. Turn coordinator looks good. Oh, it's a little steep. Okay.
For cabin traffic, there are skydivers in the air just west of the airport. Please use caution.
What's the tolerance for altitude in this kind of maneuver where it's like I gain or lose too much?
Plus minus 100.
Oh, okay, so that's not bad.
But you should hold yourself to a higher standard. So that's the ACS standard. They're going to hold you at a private pilot level. They're going to hold you plus minus 100. You should keep yourself plus minus 50.
Crossfield traffic over Kevin.
I'd like 20 if I could.
Even better. It's
Trying.
This is crucial, right from the beginning, because this is where people slip up, and when it comes time for their check ride, it's too late. You have to be strict on yourself on following heading, holding airspeed, holding altitude, because if you're strict on yourself right from the beginning on all that stuff, when it comes time to take your check ride, you're prepared.
Well, I was doing well until the end.
No, but you did a good job holding your altitude, and your airspeed wasn't
the last
wavering.
quarter turn, I dropped 100.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I think I was listening to you too hard.
probably. I probably distracted you a little.
That's okay. That's practice too. So, how do you, all right, I see the ball, but do you feel it before you even look? What am I trying to feel? I don't feel
So,
anything.
my controls,
Your controls.
my controls.
Away in 3 minutes, south of 10,000.
Are you feeling a slip in the skid?
You feel it? How?
Your ass moving to the left and right?
You're gonna feel it in. You're gonna feel it in your hips.
Yep, I feel it. So in a coordinated turn, you're turning, but your body's getting pushed into your seat directly, like parallel to the plane.
You ever hear the term "flying by the seat of your pants"?
That's what a good turn is. Oh, that's what that means? Whoa!
So they know. They're like, they feel it like here.
So all right. So that feeling means I need right rudder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to look. I'm trying to feel. That's left. I need left rudder.
Yeah.
So while you're in a turn, if it's coordinated, you don't feel either. You just feel like you're being pushed straight back.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Can you do it just a hair, and I'll try to tell you if I need right or left rudder without looking? I need left rudder.
Nope.
Opposite?
Yep. Right.
Oh.
Or no, yes, you're correct. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, good.
Left rudder. Yeah.
So if I feel pressure on the left, I need left rudder. If I feel pressure on the right, I need right rudder. Interesting. Okay. Can you show me what that feels like in a turn?
Sure.
What is which one's slipping and which one's skidding? Do you know understeer and oversteer?
So skidding is in a turn. In a turn, you're skidding. Slipping.
To the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So slipping is this. This right here is slipping. So in a turn, an uncoordinated turn.
That's a skid. My ass is going to the outside of the turn.
Yeah. See how this feels right now? It feels weird,
We're on
right?
the inside of the turn.
Yeah.
That's a skid, a slip.
This is skid. We're skidding.
Oh,
So skidding.
skidding to the outside
Yeah.
and slipping to the inside.
It's not an inside or outside thing.
Oh, I
it's,
thought it was.
So turning, a skidding turn, we're not gaining or losing altitude. We're just uncoordinated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the
A
traffic.
slip
Turning
is,
base 24.
this is slipping. So like coming into land, say we're high, we're coming into land. I can slip
Whoa.
like this.
What is that?
This is slipping.
Oh, the plane. What happens? What's happening?
We're coming down like this right now, so we're just losing a look. We're descending at almost 2,000 feet per minute.
We're losing lift because we're not straight.
We're increasing our angle of approach. We're losing more altitude. So we're just, instead of coming down like this, we're coming down like that. We're like cutting into it. You know
So
what I
that's
mean?
not a turning thing. That's a yaw thing. And skidding is a turning thing. Oh, I thought slipping and skidding was yaw in one direction in a turn or the opposite direction in a
Okay,
turn.
traffic at 182.
I was equating it to oversteer and understeer. Okay. So what's a skid? Just an uncoordinated turn?
24 benefit liquid.
A skidding turn.
And so, do you have to learn how to skid on slip on purpose for landing sometimes if you're too high?
You'll have to do a slip to land on your private pilot check.
Visually traffic, visually
really?
traffic, jump lane, jumpers away in 1 minute out of 10,500 feet and below, use caution, visually.
Okay, your controls.
High control.
Your controls. So why don't you give me a climbing 360 to 5,500. So do a left turn and left 360
Okay.
and climb to 5,500.
So I need to only gain 500 feet over 2 minutes, right?
No, you need to gain 1,000 feet. We're at 4 or 5. I want you to climb
okay.
to 5.5.
And I need full power for that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Can I just set this to where we are?
Yep.
Regional
So,
Aero
nope,
401
push it in.
Quebec is 3 miles southeast,
Okay, ready?
overflying at 2,000.
To the right or left?
To the left. And hold 86 miles an hour.
Northeast bound, 702. Kevin traffic at 182, downwind base, 24 for Kevin. Full stop.
Oh, what am I doing? All right, there we go.
That climb coming.
Oh. On the check ride, does it have to be that you end the turn at the same time as you get to the altitude? Or if you get to the altitude first, you just level out and then continue the turn?
You would level out at your altitude and
Visually traffic,
continue the
visually
turn.
traffic,
Oh, I'm
jump
trying to
lane,
get them to end at the same time.
jumpers away out of 10,500 feet and below, use caution, visually.
What am I doing?
So hold that airspeed, 86 miles an hour.
Q, descending out at 2,500, we'll set up at 45.9er. South Jersey Regional Aero 401 Quebec is overhead 2,500 and we'll depart to the northwest.
Wait, yeah. Oops.
Yeah, pitch up.
Boston Union traffic, Skylane 10 miles to the northeast on a practice GPS.
Oh, I passed it.
Approach, gonna break it off before the airport.
Oh, I'm not quite at altitude yet, but that's too slow.
I'll get back on your heading.
Okay. Right rudder. Up. Oh, jeez.
There's your heading.
Okay, now we're on the heading. Too slow.
Keep 86. And right here, now level out. Reduce power. Reduce power. Yep.
Is that the appropriate sound?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yikes, that didn't go very well.
Challenging, right?
Yeah, not easy. I feel like I want to trim it down.
You can use trim at any point in time.
I'm just trying to figure out if that's really what I need.
Well, if you let go
Actually,
of the yoke,
no, I think I'm okay. Oh no, I'm going up. I do want to trim down.
they'll hold it where it needs where
Oh,
it's
and then
supposed to
relieve.
be. Now give me a descending right turn to 4,000, or we'll go 5,000 feet.
I lower power from this.
What's that?
Do a descending turn. I lower power from where we are right now.
Yeah, I want you to descend to 5,000 feet. I want you to turn to a heading of. Actually, we'll go to the left. We'll go 090. I want you to descend to 5,000 feet. I want you to hold 90 knots.
Okay, so reduce. How much?
Go to approximately 1,500 RPMs. So keep bringing that power back. I want you to work on this. I want you to have one hand on the throttle and one hand on the yoke. Because we want to be really gentle with the yoke, right?
Okay.
We're not really stiff. We don't need to do that. Bring that power back. That pitch down.
We're down to 5,000?
5,000.
Okay.
I want you to hold your airspeed right here.
At 100?
Yep.
Right. And then as soon as I hit it, I increase power and pull up a little bit?
Yep.
Alright, so like right
Now you
about...
can start adding power in. And level out. Back to 2,300. And fly level. Good.
Huh, cool. When you're changing power, it felt to me like I needed trim, but then I gave it a couple seconds and now it's cool.
Yeah, so you're adding power, so you're getting a lot of torque. It's going to want to turn to the left. It's going to want to jump up, but you just got to let it adjust.
Oh, wow.
Visually traffic, jump
I'm
line.
way pitched up, yeah.
High right.
There we go.
Now give me a left turn to 030.
57 Unity traffic, Skylane on a 5-mile final for 2657 Unity.
Oh, just a little too early. Almost. Did I lose or gain altitude?
We're about 200 feet too high.
Ah, shit.
So reduce power. Bring it back to 2,000 RPMs.
2,000, okay.
+7 Unity.
How did you know you wanted to do this? Like when?
I've always had an interest in it. I'd say after I graduated high school, I was like, this is the path I want to go to.
Had you done it before? In high school?
Fly?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah, man.
It's been an interesting journey.
How so? Oh. That turbulence?
Yep.
+7 Unity traffic.
Oh.
2657 Unity.
Okay, traffic value.
Aviation is cool because one thing, people just aren't supposed to be able to fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Our bodies just aren't built for it. And doing this, it really activates your mind and puts a lot of stuff into perspective and how you think about things and the way that your mind works, stuff like that. And it really pushes you outside of your comfort zone a lot.
That's for sure. This might be the hardest thing I've ever tried to do.
Yeah.
It feels like it. I can't think of anything harder than this.
It was definitely the hardest thing I ever did.
I lost altitude and I'm just struggling, so it just means more power.
So we pitch for airspeed and we use power for altitude. So if we need to gain altitude, it means we need to add power. If we need to lose altitude, it means we need to reduce power.
You're constantly going up and down a little bit.
For the most part.
Until you level out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trip.
If it's all cruised out, we should be able to keep a constant power setting.
But that changes with temperature, wind, pressure, everything.
Yes.
So the same way you trim the elevator for control pressure, you trim the throttle for altitude.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a left turn to 360.
You moved the bug or did I just get off?
I moved the bug.
Oh, okay. The fact that I don't know that proves that I'm probably like overloaded a bit.
Yeah.
In a car, I would have seen you do it.
You'd be surprised. It especially at first is extremely overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff going on in front of you. The amount of stuff that I could do and right in front of your face, you probably wouldn't even see it.
Yeah, it's true. Is it a bad idea to shut that off? Because it is a bit annoying. Or can you leave it on? You have to leave it on, or?
I wouldn't shut it off. These people are making position reports. Are most of them pertaining to us? Absolutely not. But if we're in the vicinity of an airport and someone's making call-outs that they're in this general area,
that's important.
That's important.
I powered down a bit because I was 100 feet too high.
So give me another left turn, 330.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
A little frustrated with myself because I'm having a hard time, but I don't feel like I'm getting better at anything, but I know that I probably am.
You are.
But it's hard, man. And I like the challenge, but this is so hard. I didn't think it would be this hard, I'll tell you the truth. I thought the hardest part was going to be the book stuff. Obviously landing, but like just making the turn here and there, I didn't think was going to be this hard.
So this stuff, you'll pick up for the most part. Like it just takes some practice.
Time.
It's just getting in the plane and doing it, building a sight picture, building a scan, getting a feel for the airplane. And that stuff just comes with time, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah, I just got to trust the process.
Yeah.
But I definitely am not getting sick.
And that's great.
Yeah, I was afraid, especially because it's so hot today. I was getting sick.
South, inbound, runway 22, over.
The main stuff is, so this stuff, it's like riding a bike. You can hop in a plane once you develop a skill for it, and it's like driving a car.
Yeah.
The knowledge stuff is what deteriorates. So that's what you have to keep on top of, especially.
Also, if you don't fly for a year, you still get the plane, but you'll forget everything else.
Pretty much. I mean, in my experience, that is what happened. Like, I hop in a plane, I haven't flown in a while. I still know how to fly a plane.
Yeah. I mean, for the first couple weeks, I had a manual transmission car. That was a nightmare. But now I don't even think about it.
Yeah, right?
We're at 5,000? How high do you go in these things? 10?
I think you can get up to like 14,000, but then again, it depends on the density, altitude, all that stuff. So, I mean, on a good hot day, you're probably struggling to make it to 10,000 feet.
Start buffeting?
It just won't climb.
Oh wow.
You'll hit a point where the
when the elevator just doesn't do anything anymore?
Well, the elevator will be up and you'll have nose high, but you're just not climbing.
Wow.
It will just get to a point where you can't climb anymore.
Oh, I'm gaining. Much too fast, right?
Is 3 miles on the 45.
Much power, rather.
Runway 22, over.
Brookhaven traffic, Skyhawk, midfield, left downwind 24, Brookhaven.
So are you feeling at a point where you want to keep flying, you're still learning, or do you want to start heading back?
I do feel like I'm still learning.
Okay.
I kind of want to do more climbing and descending turns. Or when whatever you think I need
Yeah.
actually is better.
Why don't you give me a left climbing turn to 5,500 to 210.
All right. You start the turn first or the ascension?
I go full power first, climb and turn.
Climbing and I didn't give it full power. All right. Can you say it again? Sorry.
So full power, start the climb. We want 86 miles an hour. We want to keep that a constant, okay? We're coming up on our altitude right now, so we're about 200 feet off, 200 feet to go. So just keep that climb coming, get to your heading.
Lost too much airspeed. Damn, man. Now I lost my heading.
It snowballs, we got uncoordinated. Keep that pitch up.
Alright, and we're here.
So,
Nice. Alright.
Hey, does it look like I still have a bag behind my plane? Alright, yeah, the banner flew off into a backyard.
Okay. I'm in a good spot.
okay, now I just want you to focus on holding this heading in your altitude.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to try it again.
Crossing traffic is caution. In about 2 minutes, there will be skydiving over the field, 13,000 feet and below. Skydivers over crossing. 2 minutes, use caution.
I'm holding this for dear life. I gotta relax. Not like I'm scared, but I'm just really
Yeah,
tight. I'm grabbing
you want to be loose on the controls. Nice, smooth, gentle corrections.
94247,
Too high.
left base, runway 22.
Was that right? I turned the throttle down a bit because I'm a little high. And now I see I'm going down 200 feet a minute. But a minute we should be where we want to be. Well, I'm off heading now. God damn it.
So, power for altitude, we're high. We need to reduce that power. Come back down to altitude. We get to our altitude, we increase our power back and trim.
Skydivers in the area.
Okay? We can switch tanks.
Okay, so I'm not level now. I don't know. So am I supposed to trim or change? Oh, you trim first. You don't want to do power.
Right, so you're here, now trim. Wants to climb, so do nose down.
Over traffic,
Alright.
94247.
So,
Okay.
fuel tank?
Yep, so fuel pump on.
You give it like a second or two before you do it?
Brake tank.
Alright.
W traffic, okay.
And fuel pump off.
1945.
Yeah, we still have fuel pressure.
Okay. Now I'm losing altitude. I don't know why. Nothing changed.
Yeah,
Did I
hopefully
move?
it's not wrapped around my tail wheel.
Is it the air?
So we have a lot of outside factors, a lot of environmental factors. So in a plane, as much as you and I would both love for it to be completely smooth, I set it to where it needs to be and it stays. It's just not how it works. So it's something that we need to constantly be aware of and staying on top of.
Makes sense. Now I'm too high. Is that a bad move?
So we want to, something like this.
I just want to adjust for 20 feet. What do you do?
Small corrections with the yoke. So you're just watching and feeling what the plane does, how it's reacting. Okay, I want you to give me a left descending 360. So I want you to turn left all the way back to 210 and descend to 4,500 feet.
Left 210 to 4,500 feet.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
So reduce the power to 1,500 RPMs. There you go.
Green traffic, 257.
I want you to hold 100 miles an hour.
25 green.
Okay, got it.
Robert, traffic, 1 kilo, 3 miles to the east, will be
Too hot. Okay, now, there we go.
Brookhaven traffic, Oxford turning in left down into full Brookhaven.
Oh, you see that white ring from 100 to 130?
Yep.
I know the first one is flaps. What's that one?
So it's first notch of flaps 125, and then below that is going to be flaps 2 and 3.
Left base for 19.
We're descending pretty rapidly. Airspeed is good.
9020, 10 miles to the south, we'll be inbound.
Gears are popping. 1,500, almost there. I'm just gonna pull up or add power.
Okay, now start rounding out.
I'm losing airspeed now. I gotta increase.
So increase power. The nose down.
Right rudder. Nose down. Why? I was losing too much airspeed.
We were climbing, so you're letting it climb. So now I'll put in all this.
Yeah, like with one
Nose forward.
4 miles northeast of that.
Reduce to 2300.
9W, White Skyhawk turning into a left base for 19.
Oh, wait. All right.
Copy, and left down 127 copy.
How was that?
That's good. So this is where it's multitasking, really. You're doing a scan, you go, I'm descending to an altitude, and I'm also turning to a heading. So we reach our altitude before we reached our heading. So you need to level out, keep the turn coming. We need to add power now because we're leveling out. We don't want to descend anymore. But you keep that turn coming, and then you don't want to wait into the turn until we get to 210 and then try to turn. We want to, when we're about 20, 30 degrees out, we want to start shallowing out our bank and then slowly level out onto our heading. So give me a climbing right turn to 270 and climb to 5,000 feet.
On a
4-4.
for 19 flight.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Right rudder. Oh, pitch up for 86. I don't see anybody coming. Oh, too high. Right rudder. Oh. And round out. Oh my God, I can't. It's too much. Reduce power. Wait, I'm supposed to go up to.
5,000 feet, so keep that power in.
Right.
Use trim if you have to.
Yeah, I do. I have to pull really hard. What altitude did you want? 5,000?
5,000.
For traffic, yeah, 2 kilos turning right, base 24.
There we go. That feels good.
Lakewood traffic, yellow cups 3 to the east, inbound for the banner drop 24 Lakewood.
Lakewood traffic, yellow cup, banner toes 5 to the east, inbound banner drop Lakewood.
I'm still gaining.
Lakewood traffic, yeah, 2 kilos turning down.
Oh, but now I'm not.
White cross turning, runway 24, Brookhaven.
I want you to keep one hand on the yoke and one hand on the throttle.
All right, I'm gaining altitude, so I think I should just push a little bit, and when it hits 0, try to trim. Oh, that's too much.
Doing West Turkey, 357 Papa, right crossing 24, departing this pattern to the north. This will be the last transmission, Brookhaven.
Bump that power up to 2,300 RPMs.
I think I might want to head back soon.
So, let's see. Just start heading back now, because we got about 20 miles that way. So, give me a right turn 360.
Do you mind taking the controls and I can have some water?
Yep, my controls.
Your controls.
My controls.
Thank you.
Traffic, please be advised, jump over Brookhaven, skydiving in progress over Brookhaven Airport. Please use caution. Do not overfly the field.
Thank you.
No problem.
Flying to traffic, sundown 920 Sierra.
Okay.
Okay, your controls.
My control.
Your controls.
I'm going to turn, make left downwind, runway 19er, fly to it. So runway 19, flying W, full stop.
Liquid traffic.
We processed a little bit, so turn to the left.
Oh, you just adjusted that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Liquid traffic, banner 190 Yankee, 1 mile left base, 24 banner drop, liquid. Now you can go ahead, you got plenty of time.
Have you ever had a student that just like terrified you and you said, I don't think this is for you, you gotta stop?
Not yet. I've been scared a couple times, but not to the point where I was like, hey, need to rethink. That would take a lot.
Am I still blinking?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it's gonna help to watch this later.
Yeah, probably. Give me a left turn. We'll go 350.
Gonna take off though?
Oh, wow, that's not so easy. Too small. Alright. Oh, nope, oh. Can you feel that need for rudder in your seat?
Liquid traffic.
Very slight.
Up on the left base for the banner drop 24 Lakewood.
Alright.
Liquid traffic, got a 182 over the car, 2,500. Descending maneuvering for the
So has that just been set to the home airport the whole time?
No, I just set it in there. So you can either go into flight plan and then, so Little Knob, we're at November, Little Knob again, 30, so we can go direct there. Or something quick, Big Knob over to the nearest page. You can scroll down and there's November 30 and just hit direct enter on that.
Oh, that's cool.
So this right now is bringing us to Cherry Ridge. This is a course. It's giving us a course.
24 Lakewood.
Lakewood traffic, Cessna, right crosswind 24 departing to the east, Lakewood.
Liquid traffic.
Oh, there's Wallenpopic right ahead, right?
Yep.
Traffic, aircraft in front of the south.
I noticed the tower.
Cherry Ridge traffic, Warrior 218 Lima is 15 miles to the south, going to be a straight in for runway 36, Cherry Ridge.
Liquid traffic, 182 over the left base, 24 Brookhaven.
How many miles before you have to do that? 15?
I'd like to do calls at 15, 10, 5, and 2. I think that gives a significant amount of time for anyone who's in the general area to know what our intentions are.
Can I rudder a little bit?
8 miles
Like in a bad way?
What's that?
Can I use the rudder like in a bad way?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. When it comes to this stuff, and I mean even like this, as long as we're not putting ourselves into a dangerous position, like this is gonna help you get a feel for the airplane, like how it reacts and stuff. Like go ahead and you can.
Liquid traffic.
So that actually makes the plane turn.
Yeah.
Or bank rather.
You can.
In slow flight you turn with rudder, right?
It's a combination.
Okay. So we need right rudder, but it said we need right rudder, but we weren't banked. How does that work?
So, it's going off of yaw.
Okay.
So, our inclinometer, our slip skid indicator, it's not going off of if we're banking or not. It's going off of are we yawing to the left or to the right.
Based on where the plane's headed?
Yeah, so it's on the vertical axis. Like there's a pin right through the airplane, and it's pivoting on it. Which way is it pivoting?
Vertical axis.
Right.
So what would cause it to go off while we're flying straight?
So there's a left turning tendency, one. There's asymmetric or slipstream. So our propeller is throwing off a slipstream like this. It's coming back, hitting our left side of the tail, causing us to yaw. So we might need. There's the engine itself and everything else is turning to the right. There's wind. There's all these outside environmental factors that are going to make our airplane yaw.
I want to kick it left.
Okay.
Okay, I feel it. Then my ass goes to the right. So, and then you kind of have to let it stabilize itself, right?
Yeah.
Field, 2,000 feet indicated, Randall.
So, when I hit the rudder to the right, I actually feel like I want to move the aileron left. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Cherry Ridge traffic, Warrior 28 Tango Lima, 10 miles to the south, going to be straight in for runway 36, Cherry Ridge.
What happens if I do that, if I compensate with aileron? Like if I do this, and then I turn the aileron left. No, that's how you do a slip? That's a slip.
You're slipping right now, yeah.
How can you tell? You just feel it? Like we're at zero.
I mean, we're not flying, we're flying straight, but we're sideways, so we're slipping.
Oh, okay. I thought slip meant losing altitude by being going sideways. It just means that you're sideways.
Essentially, yeah. There's a slip to landing, which is where...
You landed?
I mean, you're never going to use a slip in the air to keep altitude, you know what I mean? It's used...
So we should be no faster.
Its main primary use is slip to land. We're going to slip to land.
So if I slip harder, we'd start to lose altitude?
I mean, you can hold your altitude in a slip, but if you decide to descend, it's going to help us descend
how do you
at a faster
descend
rate.
in a slip? With the elevator?
Put the nose down.
Oh, can I try it?
Yep. Go ahead.
To 4,300?
Sure.
Okay.
Put it in all the way. Yeah, kick it. Put that nose down.
The nose went up by itself, or
Yeah.
no?
Flying W traffic, Cherokee 43544 is 7 to the south at 2,000.
Why did the nose go up? Was that me, or was that the plane?
I think it was us inside here messing. We had we set a lot of power in.
Can I try it again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it kind of goes up. Whoa.
Because we're keeping all that power in.
That's crazy. Oh wow, look at the lake. You get better views in slips.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So I'll show you something. Another use for a slip. So let's say there's something right below you.
Approximately 5 miles to the north.
I want to see it. You want to get a better view at it. Now, I'm kind of keeping where I'm going, and we both can look down further at the ground at a better angle. You know what I mean?
So, wait, do it again. What did you do exactly? You induced
Flipping.
a slip. Oh,
Banking.
and then you banked into it. So you can see.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
How come we didn't turn to the left?
Because I was controlling it with the ailerons.
But yeah, but you banked left. Wouldn't that make
So
it
the
turn left?
rudder is keeping, it's like a knife edge. So if we were completely this way, ailerons are going to keep you from going this way, and rudders are going to control you like this. So I'm banking to the left. I'm using that right rudder, since I'm not banking all the way into it, I'm using the right rudder to kick the nose to the right, so we're not turning into the left.
So the whatever drag of one is counterbalanced by the drag of the other? Is it drag?
Essentially, yeah.
Wow, look at the lake. There's actually boats out this time.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of people out there.
Traffic, Center 23360,
Can you hear me when I don't hear myself?
So you'll normally get feedback. If, like, when I'm talking, I can hear myself in my headset.
Oh.
Right, so.
But there's times when it kind of kicks out, like my own kicks in late, and I think you still hear what I say, but I don't hear what I say.
Well, most of it's context. I'll hear it cuts in and out a little bit sometimes.
That's line W traffic.
You know what that lake is?
Established for 45 for 19.
Oh, actually, important question. When did you see the airport? Like now, around now, or earlier?
A little earlier. Cherry Ridge traffic, we're 28 Tango Lima, 5 miles out, straight in for 36, Cherry Ridge.
What altitude do you want to be at when?
Right now I'm descending to pattern altitude, which is 24.
1,000 above? You do that at 5 miles?
I'll start my descent out anywhere from 10, start a slow descent, but 5 miles, yeah.
Traffic,
You want to be at 2,400 or 1,000 AGL by the time you get to 5 miles.
By the time you get to 2 miles, you want to be at least 1,000.
Oh, okay. Well, because we're at 4,000, you're like starting now.
Yeah, so we're basically on a 4 mile final right now. Got a little bit of a wind.
That's why you're going left? How did you know that? Like, what do you feel?
I can feel it pushing us. I'm using visual references.
You're trying to stay on line to that, and you're going that way so that you know that.
Yeah, they're popping hard. Cherry Ridge traffic, 28 Tango Lima on a 2 mile final for runway 36, Cherry Ridge.
You didn't hear what I just said?
I did not.
It was a test. I just said check 2, 1, 2, and 2. Awfully. When did you do the first notch?
I did it when we were about 2 miles out. Yeah, 2 miles.
Now second notch at...
Westboro traffic, wait time in.
Yeah.
Right downwind 23 simulated engine out, Westboro.
How do you know when we're at 1 mile or 2 miles? iPad?
iPad, GPS, visual references. We're VFR pilots, so we use a lot of visual references.
I see the distance.
Landing's assured. I know we're going to land there. Third notch flaps in.
Third notch when?
When landing is assured. And so we know we're landing.
Oh, how do you know you're landing?
Because we're lined up with the
okay.
runway, landing's assured, everything looks good, we're safe.
Okay.
Yeah, mine popped pretty hard too.
That, like a thing?
Yeah. Pull out after landing checklist.
So as soon as you land, you want to get off the runway as fast as possible. What if there's like 3 planes in a row and we're right here?
I would move out of the way.
Oh,
Cherry Ridge
okay.
traffic to 18 Lima, clear of the runway 36, Cherry Ridge.
Sound monitor, that's Model 800. Go heat, off. Oh, I didn't notice you put it on. Flaps up. Is that for taxi?
So put it up. So down is up.
Right. Transponder standby.
We can leave it on ALT.
Why though?
Huh?
Because we're uncontrolled?
So ALT means altitude. So it just essentially just means that we're reporting our altitude. It doesn't really matter if it's standby or altitude.
Did you put that on when we were landing? Chain taxi clearance, but we're...
So that we'll do up there. So your controls.
Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Taxi time?
Taxi up there.
Oh, I have my hand on the yoke. Are you doing anything?
No.
Really?
Really?
Fast, right?
Yep. So this is it's kind of weird because it's not like a car. Like you don't have a pedal. You can't like really. It's a lever controlling the throttle. So we need to really pay attention how much power input we're having in. So come to the right a little bit. Okay. Bring it up over to the left.
Turn about halfway.
Yeah.
Now we're uphill. I need a little more juice.
Yep.
Right?
So we'll come up here closer to the hangar. Make sure we clear the plane on the left. Make sure we don't hit anything on the right. And we're going to park on the chocks that we took off from.
There's no kid with a basketball.
Yep. So come a little more to the right.
Are you doing anything?
Nope.
Oh. Right, and now
I'll
brakes.
take the controls. So this is where it gets kind of interesting.
What are you doing now? Braking and throttling?
Yeah.
Oh, to do a 180?
Yep.
That brake on both, but lighter on one side?
Just brake on one. So we have independent brakes, right?
Oh, but that was a lot of... I figured that we would have moved forward. Oh, yeah, I guess. Hard brake on one.
Okay, so now we can do securing airplane checklist.
Parking brake. Flight plan closed. What's that? This?
No, that would be if we file the flight plan.
Oh, we tell them that we're done? Hobbs and tack time. I don't know
Okay.
where that is. Where's that?
So this is the Hobbs time.
889 or 70889?
Yep.
Okay. And Hobbs?
That's the Hobbs.
Oh, what's
this
tack?
is the tack.
Oh, 948767. Time. This is time. This is engine time.
Yeah.
All right. Hobbs and tack. Fuel pump off. Throttle 800. Avionics.
So on a scale from 1 being you probably shouldn't be a pilot and 10 being you should join the Air Force, where am I?
I'd say probably like a 7.
That's not bad.
It's not something that you pick up in 2 flights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine. I can't imagine doing it in 40 hours.
It all comes in. It's aviation. is weird. Learning like stick and rudder stuff is weird because